It's like every time you try to talk on camera, you suddenly lose your voice all the time. You need coffee or something, some kind of liquid. This Vapor Trail LIMBDRIVER is the Gen7x. So last year I had the Gen 7. The Gen7x is a little bit different. They added a bubble level to it. They strengthened up some of the mounting design and engineering, and then they sleeked up the look, made it look a little bit nicer, changed up some of these surfaces, put a little swerve in it, and okay, we're good. So what I was saying is they made it micro adjustable for the windage and the elevation on your tuning of the rest. So put these knobs right here. You can micro adjust. On the Gen 7 I don't think you could do that. And then they also made it optional to do a bottom limb driver cord. So you can do that, have that option with this. It's probably better to do bottom limb because with a top limb I would be running into that paracord hitting this my sight bracket. If you don't have a sight like that, sometimes you don't have to worry about it. But I would imagine that's one of the problems they've had with going to the top limb on all the bows. So they probably took that into consideration with going to the bottom limb, maybe. So yeah, that's the new Gen7x. I really like a limb driven. I've shot a limb driver from Vapor Trail on 3 of my bows now. The difference is, so with a normal drop away arrow rest that's not limb driven like this, it's not going to have the same, it's not going to support the arrow for near the amount of time that a limb driven rest is going to support your arrow. So with this limb driver, they even talk about it here on the packaging. One of the things is this rest is going to stay up in the up position and support your arrow until the last 20% of the arrow, which is going to be right where your fletchings be, just before they start. So just before they start, it's going to get right there, and then that limb, that thing's going to drop and get out of the way for those fletchings. So with a traditional like cable driven drop away, you're not going to get that same support, and your arrow's going to, it's going to take longer to steady out and get accurate and fly true. And with a limb driven, these things are getting better and better, and with a limb driven you're going to have that more support with that arrow. I also like this cage. These cages are like dummy proof, I swear. Any kind of, you don't ever have to worry about your arrow falling out. I mean, I can actually on my last hunt, Kansas turkey hunt, I don't know if we'll put it in there, but there was a spot and stock scene in that film where I had to put my arrow in a kneeling position with my bow sideways, and I also had to draw my bow sideways. But when I put that arrow in and get it inside this cage, once it's in there, it's not going anywhere. It's full containment. I don't ever have to worry about it dropping out. So that when that arrow and that that bow was sideways, my arrow was down here, supported at the bottom of this because my bow was sideways like this. But I knew I didn't have to worry about it because I knew once I got it in there and it was in this full containment that when I turn my bow vertical, it's going to drop right to where it needs to be. So, I don't like the little V designs, with a small drop and no cage, because, or even someone with a cage. I just don't like that because it could fall out on either side of this V. And with this limb driver, I don't ever have to worry about, once my arrow's in that cage, I don't ever have to worry about messing with it or it falling off the rest when I go to draw or any of that stuff. So to me, this is a dummy proof product that's going to support your arrow, make your arrows more accurate, and it's really it's one less thing you have to worry about in a bow hunting scenario. And we all know, if we're bow hunters, that reducing and eliminating any kind of errors or mistakes is what the game's all about. So Great product from Vapor Trail. I think this one runs somewhere between $100 and $200. So I want to say it's like $139. It might be like $159. But I believe it's a dealer only product, so you have to get it from your dealer. But this is a brand new product from Vapor Trail for 2020. So I'm gonna shoot this thing. I know it's gonna be dependable. I know I can count on it, and I'm super pumped to put it on my Hoyt. And I went with also the blackout because you can choose. I think they have like up to 15 or 20 different colors you can choose for these cages, and you can the Gen 7 cage and the Gen7x cages all interchange, so you don't ever have to worry about not being able to use the other one you have. So I actually have a red and black one I could use too. So awesome product. I think I am going to be able to just go ahead and mount that on the riser at least, and then once Doug gets it, we can kind of play and micro adjust and tune it a little bit more. So